So the thing is that there are some concepts. So the thing is that there are... Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Aradhana, and in today's video I'm going to talk about paper 1 because a lot of you request me to make videos on paper 1 more regularly. So yeah, in today's video I'm going to talk about the basics of paper 1 because a lot of you are going to give the exam first time in June 2024. So this video will act like a very a beginner's guide kind of video. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into today's video. So in today's video I'm going to talk about mainly 5 questions. First one is what is paper 1, and the second one is what books and materials you should use to study. Third is how you can choose a 7 to 8 unit and how you can just prepare a limited amount of course and you can qualify the exam. Fourth is how you should make notes, which is a very important thing for paper 1. And fifth one is how to revise paper 1. Okay, let's come to the first question, which is what is paper 1 and why is it so important? If you want to qualify NET or JRF, paper 1 is a game changer because the thing is that there are 50 questions in paper 1 and each question carries 2 marks. Okay, so that is 100 marks. Now 100 marks are a really big thing when you are appearing in such an exam, and this paper is divided into 10 units. Okay, so the thing is that you have to strategize how you are going to prepare these 50 questions or these 10 units, and because this paper carries 100 marks, that is why it is very important to give a lot of importance to this paper because it can change the overall result of your exam. In fact, when I failed my exam, it was majorly because of paper 1 because my paper 2 was strong and my paper 1 was actually really weak because I didn't know mathematical reasoning and logical reasoning, all those kinds of things. So yeah, today I'm going to share that how I prepared this unit without any kind of coaching or professional guidance. So yeah, let's get into today's video. Okay, so now our second question is what kinds of books and materials should we use to prepare paper 1? I would say don't use a lot of books. Okay, if you don't have any book about paper 1, that is totally fine, but I think you should get one book for paper 1 for unsolved paper or solved papers. Okay, books, if you have any book, for example KVS Madan or any other book of any publication, it is well and good, but the most important thing is that you should have solved or unsolved question papers. One book that I am going to recommend you is this book by Oswald. Is really good because it has 15 years of solved papers, and the thing is that it has given the cutoff of all the exams of previous year exams, and which is going to be very useful for you. And see, there are a lot of cutoffs given in this book, so it will be very useful for you to aim that how many marks you need for this to qualify the exam. The second thing which I like about this book is that there are solved papers of 15 years, which is more than enough. I think if you do 10 years of previous year question paper, that will be just fine. Don't do just 5 or 3 years, that would not be enough. And one more thing that I like a lot about this book is that it has answers given with explanation for the theoretical questions as well as for conceptual questions, so you won't have to search for explanations on the internet or for different concepts and all these kinds of things. Okay, another very good thing about this is that it has given distilled notes in a very systematic manner for each unit, so you don't have to make a lot of notes in order to prepare for your exam. You can just read these 3, 4, 5 pages, whatever is given, and you will be sorted for the exam. Another thing which is very good in this book is that it has given charts for at a glance revision, so you won't have to go for your detailed notes in order to revise 1 or 2 days before the exam. Just refer to these charts and you will be sorted. So one question that I get a lot from all of you is that can we skip a few units in this exam or not? The thing is, you can. You don't have to prepare all the 10 units. The reason being that the cutoff in NET exam is mostly 60 to 65%, which is max. 68 is max to max. So the thing is that nobody is attempting all the 50 questions right. So the thing is that you also don't have to do that. You have to aim for the 30 questions that you can do correctly. Okay, 30 or 35 questions. Everybody is doing those 30 and 35 questions, and that is what you need in paper 1 to qualify the exam. Rest, your paper 2 is also a decision maker. And this is exactly what I did during my preparation. I left mathematical reasoning and data interpretation because my math was very bad. It still is very bad. I forget that all the time. So the thing is that you can drop 2-3 units. I would suggest you to at least prepare 7 to 8 units. That would be enough, but you cannot take a chance with those 7 to 8 units. Okay, you have to prepare them in a very solid way. and I am saying that you don't have to prepare all the 10 units, but you have to attempt all the questions, because my questions from data interpretation and mathematical reasoning were kind of 2-3 questions were right. So the thing is that you have to attempt all the questions, but you have to prepare 7 to 8 units. Now the fourth question and the most important question is how to make notes in paper 1. I did not make a lot of notes. I have shown my copy in the previous videos on paper 1 as well. You don't have to make a lot of notes for paper 1 because it's mostly conceptual. There are a few things that you can do on a daily basis to keep up with your preparation. Number 1 is solve 1 or 2 comprehensions every day. Comprehension is like free marks. So every day just make a habit: in the morning 1 comprehension, in the evening 1 comprehension, at least 2 comprehensions every day. You will get 5 questions right, 5 out of 5. That is like just free marks right there. Okay, and for logical reasoning also, logical reasoning is not as difficult as mathematical reasoning. So if you think that logical reasoning is difficult, it's not. You just have to practice for like 15-20 days every day. Just take 5 questions. Don't take more than 5 questions. Take 5 questions every day and prepare those 5 questions every day conceptually and everything. Prepare these questions. Okay, UGC-NET Mentor is a YouTube channel. You can go there. Your all concepts will be clear from that channel itself, because it's a very, very good channel. In my second attempt, I refer to that channel like a lot. And for PYQs, you can get a book, the one I recommended. Give 1 hour to paper 1 every day and you will be sorted. There is nothing like that in paper 1 which is very over the top, or which is very, very, very difficult. For research aptitude and teaching aptitude, you have to just prepare a little bit of theory, and I would say just don't go to a lot of theory. Just go with the book that I recommended. Just go with this book and you will find chart papers of the most important topics and the most important keynotes and keywords. You will just read about those things from any book, whatever, or from internet, or just watch a few videos, and you can solve the question answers, and they will be instinctive, and these for teaching aptitude, I think you can do it with your instinct. That is very, very, very it is a very simple unit. I think for me it was very simple, and I think for most people, if you are into teaching field and all those kinds of things, you are going to get it. Just read a little bit of it. There is no need to read a lot in detail. Okay, just solve questions as much as you can, because they are mostly repetitive questions in different languages with different examples or these kinds of things. So yeah, I think that would be good. And if you want to see what kind of notes I made these notes from different YouTube videos. So this is how you can see that I have just written the headings and I've highlighted the things. Okay, and after this you can just solve the question answers. Okay, solve PYQs as many as you can, and get a book of solved or unsolved question papers and just solve these questions. Do nothing else for these things. Okay, now the last question is how to revise paper 1. The thing is that paper 1 have a lot of concepts. So the interesting fact about paper 1 is that either you get some concept or you don't get some concept. So the thing is that while you are preparing your notes, writing those terms and understanding those concepts, you will get to know that what areas are you weak in. Okay, for me it was Indian logic. Okay, I had left questions on Indian logic in my first attempt, and in my second attempt what I did was that I made notes of Indian logic on a chart and I stuck it on the wall in front of me, and I used to revise it like that. For most of the concept that I thought I am going to forget this, I used to write it like that and stick it on my wall. That was my way of revising these things. Okay, so I think you can do something very similar, or what you can do is that you can write the simplest example of some concept, or write it in your own words. Don't write a lot of it, because making a lot of notes in paper 1 is of no use. Just write the most important points and problems. If you have any more problems regarding paper 1, you can comment those down, because I'm going to make a video on answering all your questions regarding paper 1. So feel free to ask your query in the comments. And yeah, that's it for today, and I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.